Welcome to Throwback Thursday, you guys. Today we will be reviewing the 1999 Backlash pay-per-view right here on the channel. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and also ringing those bells for all notifications. It is surreal, in my honest opinion. It is very surreal how 20 years ago today, we lose Owen Hart. 20 years ago today. It was May 23rd, 1999 in Kansas City, where Owen Hart was supposed to do an entrance from the ceiling, and the harness gave way so early. He let go of the harness so early that he fell to his death. And I remember watching it on pay-per-view that night, and back then as a kid I didn't know what was going on, but I remember watching Over the Edge, and Jim Ross announced that Owen Hart had died. So now, as an adult now, I look back on the network and I watch Over the Edge 1999. The first day I bought the network, on February 2014, the first thing I did when I watched the network, when I bought the network, the first thing I did was watch Over the Edge 1999. And I made sure that if they included it or did they take it out, because nowadays in modern day technology, they could take anything out, they can fix anything, fix the audio, stuff like that. So I'm watching it and they completely took it out. So they went on with the next match. Now, growing up now as an adult now, a smart fan like I am, I'm thinking to myself now, why did Vince continue with the pay-per-view? One of your brightest shining superstars in the company back then passed away in your ring on live television. Many people said, that Vince should have never continued the show. The show should have canceled. Recently, I think Silver King died in the ring. I think it was because of a heart attack. They stopped the show. Vince continued on with the show, leaving many people shocked, upset, pissed off. I still believe that Owen should be in the Hall of Fame. If you guys believe that Owen Hart should be in the Hall of Fame, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up immediately. It shows me how much you want Owen Hart to be in the Hall of Fame. But, yeah, it makes me feel old. The simple fact that it's been 20 years since Owen Hart passed away. Watching Raw the next night, and I saw it on the network this morning. Right when I woke up, I watched the May 24th edition of Monday Night Raw. When they stopped storylines for just one night, they stopped the storylines, and they just did a tribute show to Owen Hart. We saw Egg speak, Triple H speak, Chyna speak, Paul Bear speak, Mark Henry speak, Shane McMahon speak, and then Austin at the end of the show toasted a beer to the late great Owen Hart. And I can remember Jarrett the King Lawler and JR talking, and they were just breaking down in tears. And then Austin came out, toasted the beer, and then they did the graphic with Owen Hart doing the thumbs up while holding the Canadian flag, and it showed from the time of his birth to the year he died. So, rest in peace, Owen Hart. It's been 20 years, and to this day, I still want Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame. But we are reviewing Backlash 1999. If you guys don't know, that is my brother Jonathan's favorite pay-per-view of all time. Now, I was supposed to do this last week for his birthday, but I had plans that day for my brother's birthday. So, instead of doing the show last week, I'm like, you know what, let me do it this week. So be it. So, Johnny, if you're watching, happy late birthday, and I hope you enjoy Backlash 1999 Throwback Thursday pay-per-view review. If you guys don't know who I am your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. On this Throwback Thursday, on Owen Hart's 20th anniversary of his death. May 23rd, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys believe that Owen Hart should be in the Hall of Fame, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up. If you guys are enjoying Throwback Thursday so far, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What are your memories of Owen Hart? And if you guys are new to the channel, show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing those bells, guys, for all notifications. Check out NXT review from yesterday. Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze is back on NXT. He is back on the black and gold brand, and he is facing the Velveteen Dream for the NXT North American Championship at NXT TakeOver 25. Link to NXT will be in the annotation above in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out SmackDown Live review. SmackDown was just fucking boring. My God. Other than Ali and Andrade on SmackDown this past Tuesday, SmackDown was just uninteresting and just boring to watch. Dolph Ziggler returns and attacks the WWE Champion, Kofi Kingston. Link to SmackDown review will be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out Monday Night Raw review. Yeah, I know. It's sickening to watch that championship. Mick Foley, the Hall of Famer, the hardcore legend, unveils the new 24/7 championship, and my God, it is the most worthless championship right next to the women's tag team titles. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above that you see on the little eye on the upper right hand corner of your screen. And check out Money in the Bank review. This was the worst Money in the Bank pay-per-view main event. I mean, the ending to it. I'm not gonna say that Money in the Bank was terrible. The main event was great. But the last 30 seconds of that matchup, my God, not even necessary. This pay-per-view went from bad to worse in 30 seconds. And I'm talking about the main event. Link to Money in the Bank review will be in the annotation above in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the reality podcast, so make sure you guys are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. Let's review Backlash 1999. Now, Backlash in Your House was a professional wrestling pay-per-view event produced by the World Wrestling Federation promotion and presented by Cash Rule GTX, which took place on April 25th, 1999 at the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. I find that weird that I'm reviewing a pay-per-view that happened at Providence, Rhode Island, when SmackDown this past Tuesday was at Providence, Rhode Island. The Dunkin' Donuts Center. I'm getting hungry here. It was the 28th and final event to be promoted under the In Your House banner. You guys remember In Your House? I used to love those pay-per-view back in the 90s. As shortly thereafter, the World Wrestling Federation decided to give their monthly pay-per-views permanent names. Backlash became the name for the post-WrestleMania pay-per-view beginning in 2000 and retained that name until 2009 before being resurrected in 2016 after SummerSlam, before getting back to post-WrestleMania slot the following year. Now, on this pay-per-view, we have specifically... How many matches do we have? We have a lot of matches in this card. Well, if you count... There was 12 matches on the Backlash pay-per-view. 4 of them happened in Sunday Night Heat. So, I'm not going to go over those matches, but I will tell you guys here. Nicole Bass and Val Venus defeated D'Lo Brown and Ivory. That match lasted 1:43 seconds. Droz and Prince Albert defeated Too Much, Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor in 1:09 matchup. Kane defeated the Boss Man with Tess in a singles match in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And Viscera defeated Tess with Big Boss Man in Tess's corner in a 2:09 match. So there you go. That was Sunday Night Heat. And then the main card, we got the Ministry of Darkness, Bradshaw, Faarooq, and Mideon going up against the Brood, Edge, Christian, and Gangrel in a 6-man tag. Al Snow versus Hardcore Holly for the Hardcore Championship in a hardcore match. The Godfather defending the Intercontinental Championship against Goldust with the Blue Meanie in his corner. New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg going up against Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart in a tag team match to determine the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. We got Mankind going up against the Big Show in a Boiler Room Brawl. Triple H going up against X-Pac. Undertaker going up against Ken Shamrock. And Stone Cold Steve Austin defending the World Wrestling Federation Championship against The Rock, with Shane McMahon as a special guest referee in a no-holds-barred match. So we're going to go over this right now. I just went over something on heat for you guys. The first matchup was a 6-man tag between the Brood versus the Ministry of Darkness, Mideon, Bradshaw, and Faarooq. This match lasted a good 11.5 minutes. Good match for what it was. Not too bad, of course. Mideon began by placing an eyeball in a jar. I remember that, watching that live on PPV. Fucking sickening, for crying out loud. In the middle of the ring to scare his opponent Christian off. This match wasn't really that bad, but it got to the ending where it got really, really good. Christian almost won the match after a tornado DDT from the corner, but Ministry member Viscera came to ringside and squashed Christian against the ring, then threw him back in, allowing Bradshaw to use his clothesline from Hell finisher to pin Christian. So we got the Ministry of Darkness winning in 11 minutes and 38 seconds. This match was good for what it was. Listen, this was the beginning. I mean, this was the beginning. I'm going to say this now. This pay-per-view, this specific pay-per-view, was the beginning of the Undertaker's push towards the WWF Championship. Now, I love the Ministry of Darkness. Listen, the Brood, they're one of my favorite stables of all time. One of my favorites. And, you know, they have that really great theme song. The Ministry of Darkness, you know, they were under the power of the Undertaker. You know, under the command of the Undertaker. Really good stuff. I mean, this match was good for what it was. I remember Edge and Christian splitting apart from Gangrel. I think somewhere on the spring of the summer. I think somewhere around the spring they started breaking up. But Gangrel was great in the ring. Edge and Christian, they were just beginning in the company. Bradshaw and Faarooq, they were always a tag team. And Mideon, he just got into the Ministry of Darkness back in January. I remember The Undertaker sacrificing Mideon, or should I say Dennis Knight, into the Ministry of Darkness. But this match is good for what it was. The Ministry of Darkness defeat the Brood in a 6-man tag to kick off Backlash 1999. Next match in the card was for the Hardcore Championship. I believe we got Al Snow. Yes, Al Snow going up against Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holly was defending the Hardcore Championship in a hardcore match against Al Snow. Now, I love the hardcore matches back then. They were really, really funny. Funny, entertaining, they were good. Unlike the fucking crap that we got from this past Monday and Tuesday with the 24/7 championship. Completely different shit. This hardcore match lasted a good 15 minutes, almost 15.5 minutes. Listen, I'm not going to go wrong with this hardcore match. This match is really, really good. There were hockey sticks going around. Listen, they literally used everything and the kitchen sink. Remember the old term, they used everything except for the kitchen sink? The kitchen sink was added to this matchup. So you know everything, and everything was used. But after both wrestlers recovered, Snow grabbed a mannequin head that he brought to ringside head and hit Holly with it and pinned him to win the Hardcore Championship. This match lasted over 15 minutes. Really entertaining matchup. Really entertaining match. They need to bring back the Hardcore title. Honestly, my honest opinion. They need to bring back the Hardcore title. I have to. They just have to. Al Snow beating Hardcore Holly to win the Hardcore Championship. Third match on the card was the Intercontinental Championship between... Who was in the Intercontinental Championship match? The Godfather was defending the IC title against Goldust with the Blue Meanie in his corner. I remember the Blue Meanie. He was weird looking though. Very weird. This match was great. Listen, I love the Godfather. One of my favorites of all time. Goldust, you know, he's a legend in his own right. This match lasted about 5 minutes. And by the way, good luck to Goldust for Double or Nothing on Saturday night against his brother. Good luck to him on Saturday night. This match was good for what it was. I love the Godfather. You know, he was a really good wrestler back then. And Goldust, he's a legend in his own right, like I said. Goldust tried to perform Shattered Dreams. Well, he did hit the Shattered Dreams. Godfather then kicked Goldust and pinned him, but saw the meaning was about to break up the pin and moved out of the way, leading to Goldust being headbutted in the groin. Godfather threw both men into the turnbuckle and performed the Whole Train move on them before picking Goldust over his shoulders and driving his head down to the mat for the pimp drop for the win and retaining the Intercontinental Championship. Great matchup. Great matchup there. Then we got the tag team title #1 contenders match between the New Age Outlaws and Jarrett and Owen Hart. Now, I remember Owen and Jeff walking out of WrestleMania, the tag team champions, back at WrestleMania 15. I don't remember how they lost the titles. I don't even remember how they lost the titles. I don't. But this match was good. Another great match. Lasted about almost 10.5 minutes. Really good for what it was there. We'll go over it here. The match turned briefly in Hart and Jarrett tried to perform simultaneous submissions, the sharpshooter and the figure 4 leg lock, respectively. But Jarrett could not lock in the move. With gun free, he jumped onto Hart and sat on his head to slam Hart's head onto the mat for the famouser, freeing Road Dogg of the sharpshooter and allowing him to win the match. Afterwards, Gunn mooned the crowd. You guys know how Billy Gunn does, you know, shows his ass, shit like that. New Age Outlaws defeats Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. They become #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. Good for what it was. You know, Jeff Jarrett was great. One thing I loved about Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart, they were a great tag team. They were a great tag team. I remember that. And yeah, they were former tag team champions. My honest opinion. If If Owen was to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I could see either Brett inducting Owen or Jeff Jarrett. Because, you know, Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart, they were tag team champions. But, you know, Brett, obviously, that's Owen's brother, so you can't go wrong with either one of those two. But the New Age Outlaws defeats Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart to become #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. Next up in the card, Mankind going up against the Big Show in a Boiler Room Brawl. I remember the first Boiler Room Brawl between Mankind and The Undertaker at SummerSlam 96 in Cleveland. Really good matchup, though, by the way. Really great matchup. I've actually got to go watch that matchup. Next contest was Mankind's specialty match, a Boiler Room Brawl, where a contestant must leave the boiler room to win. Paul White, the Big Show, entered and looked for Mankind, who hit him from behind with a stick and pushed him into the electricity cupboard. Very dangerous there. The two continued to throw the other into the walls of the room, and Mankind then broke a panel of glass over White's head, making both men bleed. Now, I remember the reason why Mankind and the Big Show were feuding was because of over the special guest referee scenario back at WrestleMania 15. I know, right? Great memory, Chris. Jesus Christ, I know. My God. Right head in Mankind's hand, which left bloody prints over the walls. Mankind then climbed the ladder, but was chokeslammed from it through a table. After being thrown into a ramp, Mankind took advantage by spraying steam in the Wright's face, then unleashing suspended pipes from above onto him, burying Paul White. Mankind then escaped the room to win the match, only to be assaulted by the Big Boss Man and Tess, who driven back into the room. After Wright escaped from the pipes and realized Mankind was being attacked, he slammed Tess and chased Boss Man away while Mankind put on Mr. Sacco and using the mandible claw on Tess. So Mankind was the winner of this matchup in a 7-minute and 50-second matchup. It was hellacious for what it was. Not too bad there. Mankind, I know Mankind is TM's favorite superstar of all time, Big Show, one of the greatest big men of all time when it comes to professional wrestling, but this match is good for what it was. It wasn't that bad of a matchup. Mankind defeats the Big Show in a Boiler Room Brawl. Good matchup, though. Just saying. Next up, we got a personal matchup between Triple H and X-Pac. This feud started when X-Pac was fighting Shane for the European Championship at WrestleMania, only for Triple H to stab X-Pac in the back, ending D-Generation X. Standard singles match between Triple H and X-Pac. This match was, I'm going to say this now, this match should have went over 20 minutes. This match was really, really good. I'm telling you, Attitude Era, you gotta go back to it. That's the only reason why I have the network. To relive Attitude Era pay-per-views and obviously NXT and TakeOver. Fuck the main roster pay-per-views. Fuck them. This match was great for what it was. This match lasted over almost 20 minutes. 19 minutes and 19 seconds. This match was not that bad. I love this matchup whatsoever. Triple H escaped the ring after a tornado DDT from the top rope. But when X-Pac attempted a baseball slide, he knocked out the referee, Mike Chioda. Chyna then interfered, knocking out X-Pac, but suddenly the lights went out, signaling the entrance of Kane. He chokeslammed Triple H, then Chyna and... No, Kane chokeslammed Triple H, then Chyna and put him in the corner and left the arena so X-Pac could perform a Bronco Buster on both. But while he was attacking Chyna, Triple H recovered and used the pedigree on X-Pac to win the matchup. Great match. Great matchup there. Triple H wins, and then... Well, yeah. Triple H defeats X-Pac in a really good matchup. If it wasn't for Kane interfering, and X-Pac not being an idiot during the situation, X-Pac would have probably won, but the victory goes over to Triple H. Finally, guys, the double main event. We got Undertaker versus Ken Shamrock. This match lasted 18 minutes and 53 seconds. Almost 19 minutes. Almost 19 minutes. Taker versus Ken Shamrock. It was technically old school versus the MMA. If I can be blunt with you. Match was good. I think this was one of Ken Shamrock's best matches on his entire career. This was just a physical matchup. This was just nothing but physical. Taker tried to perform a standing leg drop, but as his leg landed on Shamrock's neck, Shamrock rolled it around into a submission hold. Shamrock later had Undertaker in his ankle lock, but had to break it when Bradshaw came to the ring. Though he was quickly knocked down, Shamrock picked Taker up, but Taker floated over him so that Shamrock was being held. It was then had his head driven to the mat with a tombstone pile driver, which ended the matchup. So Taker beat Ken Shamrock. After the matchup, Bradshaw assaulted Shamrock with a baseball bat and strangled him with it. Now, I don't know why. I remember this feud very vividly. I don't know why Ken Shamrock's sister... Ryan Shamrock was added to this storyline. I don't know why. It wasn't even necessary for them to do that, to be honest. But the feud wasn't that bad. The match was obviously better than the feud. The match was obviously better. You know, Taker, when it comes down to it, Taker can really sell. He can sell an injury. He can build up a feud very, very well. And it showed. You know, Taker working with the likes of Ken Shamrock. You know, Ken Shamrock was in the company for, 2 years at that point? Taker was in the company at that time for 8 to 9 years. So obviously Taker led Ken Shamrock to a great matchup, only for Taker to beat Ken Shamrock in this preliminary main event here on Backlash 99. So Taker defeated Ken Shamrock in a very good matchup. Finally, guys, main event, the last match of the card. The final match saw Stone Cold Steve Austin defend his World Wrestling Federation Championship against The Rock, with Shane McMahon as a special guest referee, and the matchup was no holds barred. We've seen this match at WrestleMania 15 in the main event, with Austin beating Rock to win the WWE Championship. Or should I say the WWF Championship. This match was chaotic. Chaotic. This match lasted 17 minutes and 10 seconds. This match lasted 17 minutes and 10 seconds. And I'm looking at my notes now. The Hardcore Championship between Al Snow and Hardcore Holly lasted almost longer than this matchup. Almost longer. The main event lasted 17 minutes, while the Hardcore Championship lasted over 15. Almost 15. Technically, the Triple H X-Pac matchup and the Ken Shamrock Undertaker matchup lasted longer than Austin and Rock for the WWF title. I don't know. Austin and Rock, in my honest opinion, this matchup at Backlash 99 was better than what they did at WrestleMania 15. No cap. No cap. This match was great, chaotic, just all over the place. They fought all over the arena, all over ringside, everything else. There was a funny situation in this matchup. After The Rock hit Austin with the rock bottom on the Spanish announce table, they moved to the English announce table. Austin and Rock are on top of the English announce table, and the Rock calls over the cameraman. The Rock takes the cameraman takes the camera from the cameraman, and he starts filming everything else and shit. He gives Austin the middle finger and shit. Then he looks back over, but what The Rock forgot to mention, what The Rock forgot to even do, was he has Austin in front of him. So Austin got the middle finger. Austin hit the Stone Cold Stunner on The Rock. With The Rock having the fucking camera on his shoulder, it looked fucking devastating. God knows, and good thing that table didn't break. Because imagine that table would have broken. Imagine that table would have broken. Just imagine. Just imagine. Crazy, crazy stuff there. But the match went on as Shane retreated his father Vince. No, actually, I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping ahead. Like I said, after he showed the crowd declaring himself to be the champion, but he turned back and the camera was confronted with Austin, giving him the finger. Austin then delivered a Stone Cold Stunner by grabbing The Rock around the neck and camera and pulling towards collapsing the table. Now, from what I remember, the table didn't break, from what I remember. The two made it back to the ring, and McMahon also came into the ring with the title belt. He ran at Austin, who ducked, meaning the belt knocked Rock down. Austin pinned him, but McMahon, in an allusion to the previous year's Survivor Series back in '98, counted two before physically swearing at Austin and fleeing from the ring. As Shane retreated, his father Vince came down to ringside with the referee and the Smoking Skull belt. He then hit Shane with it. While the other referee was in the ring, Austin inadvertently hit the referee thanks to a shove from The Rock, and then stumbled into Rock, who nailed him with a rock bottom. After Shane was hit outside, Rock then hit Austin with the proper championship belt, but Austin kicked off of the pin and immediately retaliated with the Stone Cold Stunner. They hit The Rock with the title belt, covering him for the pinfall in the match to retain the WWF Championship. After the match, Vince McMahon reluctantly handed the Smoking Skull belt to Austin, who then celebrated with both belts. The feed then shifted to a limousine in the parking lot with Stephanie McMahon seated in the back. Now, I'm going to replay this for you guys if I can. I'm going to find the video and I'm going to react to it. Give me a second here. I'm going to react to it as I have it on my phone here. I'm going to look for it on YouTube. Undertaker. Let me find it here so I can show it to you guys. If I can find it here on the channel on YouTube. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let me fast forward a little bit. Alright, so it just cuts off there. Okay. So Vince is giving Austin back the Smoking Skull belt. He's giving it back to Austin. Because Vince at this point.
At Backlash, Vince McMahon made a courageous stand against his heir and only son. But unfortunately, the price for Vince would be
So the limo is driving off the parking lot. After Vince told the cops, as soon as the main event is over, I'm gonna come, get in the limo, and you guys can leave from there. This is what had happened. Danielle, I hope you're watching.
Where to, Stephanie? Oh no! My God, the Undertaker's abducting Stephanie McMahon, and Vince doesn't even know it. Vince! Oh God! Vince! Oh God, no!
The Undertaker was in the driver's seat and kidnapped Stephanie McMahon. Remember, Taker said it on Backlash that night. Tonight, there was going to be a tragedy. If you watch Backlash 99, Taker was interviewed and he said, tonight there's going to be a tragedy. That was the tragedy. Now, after what happened here, I remember this vividly. The next night, they did the Black Wedding the next night on Raw. And I'm going to react to that also. Just a little bonus for you guys here on the channel. Some bonus footage. I'm going to react the Black Wedding. Stupid ad. Before we get out of here. Hope you guys enjoying Throwback Thursday, guys. Hope you guys enjoying Throwback Thursday. I'm going to react to the fucking Black Wedding between Undertaker and Stephanie McMahon. So, there you go. Let's see if I can have it here. There we go. I don't want to get music copyrighted here. So, can we just move on with this, please? Thank you. Here we go.
To blame for what?
And then my buddy Glenn is calling me. I can. All right. So matter of fact, guys, never mind. I'm not gonna react to it because I got my buddy Glenn calling me here. But I'll probably do a reaction to it the following week for next Thursday. And that is it, guys, for Throwback Thursday. Thank you guys so much for watching Throwback Thursday. If you guys enjoyed Throwback Thursday, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do that because that's over another 8 minutes here. But matter of fact, fuck it. Let's just do it.
Vince, this rests upon your shoulders because you did not live up to your end of the agreement.
I know that I just hit my outro, but fuck it. We're just gonna review it.
And Steve Austin, well, I guess he just showed his true colors as well.
I love this fucking character. Love it.
Let the ceremony begin.
Now Stephanie strapped on to the Undertaker symbol. Fans are chanting Austin, Austin. This is just sick. This is just crazy. Now, pay attention. Paul Bearer said wedlock. Everybody's thinking this is a sacrifice. Everybody's thinking this is a sacrifice. No, it's a wedding. Look at how Stephanie's dressed. It's a wedding. It's a marriage. Mortal world.
Into the sanctuary of eternal
Taker's just touching Stephanie like sinisterly.
Keeping this in mind, will you, Stephanie
your spouse. Now Shamrock comes with a baseball bat. Bradshaw and Faarooq hold him down. Viscera squashed him like a fucking bug. Viscera was a big man. My God. Now, as you guys are hearing this, I don't want to show you guys the video because I don't want to get copyrighted here. Shane's backstage with the mainstream posse, the Boss Man and Triple H. Why isn't it Shane? And I'm asking this question. Why isn't it Shane coming out to try to get his sister? And also, attention to detail. Why did you think Shane was the guest referee to the match between Austin and The Rock at Backlash? What made you think that? Attention to detail. Shane was the guest referee to the match at Backlash between Rock and Austin. Shane is backing off. Shane's backing off, not trying to rescue his sister. Pieces are starting to add up here.
Not until then. Guys, just chill out. To accept Stephanie Marie McMahon, her body, her mind, her soul, and even her breath unto yourself, and allow her to bear your offspring.
So Shamrock comes out. Here comes the Big Show. Here comes the Big Show. Vince was attacking Big Show. Big Show gets to the line of defense here. Taker has a baseball bat in his hand. Hits Big Show with it. Austin comes out. Hell broke loose when Austin came out. So Austin comes out with a steel chair, hits everybody else in sight. Taker escapes from the ring. Austin unties Stephanie. Vince comes back and gets Stephanie. That's the end of the show. That's the end of the show. So then from there, what ended up happening, Austin successfully defended the championship against The Rock at Backlash. Austin needed an opponent for Over the Edge. He got The Undertaker with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee. That was when they formed one of my all-time favorite stables, the Corporate Ministry. One of my all-time favorite stables of all time. Let me tell you, that spring of 1999 was a great time to be a wrestling fan. A great time. Especially we had Austin and Rock, Austin and Taker. Everything else went from there, and everything else fell apart from there. So that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching Throwback Thursday. This is your Throwback Thursday for your Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys enjoyed Throwback Thursday, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. NXT review live on the channel right now. SmackDown live review also live on the channel. And Monday Night Raw review live on the channel. Also Money in the Bank review. Make sure you check out all these videos. They'll be in the annotation above on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you guys are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, at Chris from Loring. And Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow for yet another episode, another weekend of news and rumors right here on the Reality Podcast. I will see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of the Reality Podcast. Until then, talk to you guys later. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video all over social media. Till then, talk to you guys tomorrow for the Reality Podcast. So then, talk to you guys later.